Hello, beloveds. This is transmission number 11, and I am in my car. I'm wondering if I have better acoustics in here since I don't have access to a proper microphone, so my videos, I am aware, are hard to hear or the volume has to be turned way up. I have brought Mother Nature with me in my setup, and we are facing south. It's kind of cracking me up, my setup here, but for now it's working. I have some rosemary with us. I have some type of evergreen that reminds me of stars, the way the needles, kind of shoot out. I don't know what kind of evergreen tree it is, but it did come from a massively tall tree that's, oh my gosh, at least 5 stories high. Just this magnificent, glorious, wise old tree. So we have that energy with us. Of course, my sigil, and I even found a little baby rose that was still holding on despite how cold it has become, which is another reason why I'm trying this recording in the car to see if I can stay warmer. I hope this transmission finds everyone surrounded by love and light and joy and abundance. I am really struggling. If you have been following my transmissions, I live with an active alcoholic in temporary housing. And when I say temporary housing, I mean I basically have no agency, certainly no sovereignty. I have access to a room with a door. I have access to warmth. I have access to hot water and running water, clean drinking water. But the key about temporary housing is that at any moment, the individual whose house my dog and I are living under their roof, they can decide that they don't like my light anymore and put us out. And last night, in all his drunkenness, he decided that it was time for us to go. And we don't have anywhere to go other than my car. I have attempted every resource possible, but they're all no's. I have housing vouchers that won't even assist me in finding housing that meets my needs. monthly check from the government. I have SNAP benefits. I have government funded health insurance, so I believe that's that Medicaid. I always get it confused which one is for seniors and which one is for the rest of us. But basically, I am struggling to know what to do. I have been in this place before, and I was not awakened then, or I was just beginning to awaken, and I had no idea that that's what's happening. I have been transitioning into my higher self for 7 years now. About 9 or 10 years ago was the first time I received the message of who I am and what my destiny is on this planet Earth. And it was so incomprehensible that I wrapped it up in a nice little box, and then put that in a box, and then put it in another box, and stuffed it in the farthest back corners of my mind, because it absolutely did not make any sense to me. I absolutely could not comprehend it. And fast forward to last year, the message came again. And this time, for whatever reason, I thought, oh, okay, maybe it is me. Maybe it is me, because I have been unable to be anything but my authentic self my entire life. Even when the world has tried to push me into boxes, or stifled my voice, or attempted to snuff out my light, I can't help but be who I am. And I am learning that in the past year, I'm learning who I am and the magnitude of what this means. Not only for myself, but for planet Earth. And I still doubt it. That's how otherworldly and incomprehensible it is. And even if I told y'all right now who I am, you wouldn't believe me. Because, well, it's just too extra. why this past year has been an accelerating pace of preparation and training and testing and healing and breaking curses. And remembering that this is not my first life incarnation here as a human, and it certainly is not my first life incarnation as other creatures, parts of Mother Earth, creatures and trees, insects, and I can shapeshift into all of these wonderful past lives that are of Mother Earth specifically, because I have experienced life as them. So I can harness their power and their energy, which makes me a shaman, right? I am also incredibly aware of my growing supernatural powers, and how I view energy and see energy and smell it, hear it, and the music has helped me to learn to alchemize energy, to help boost my powers, to send it out into the world. But last year, when I began this great remembering and awakening, my gra, as I call it, I just came to a point where I realized that no matter what I do as a human, there is no way out of this welfare prison. There's no fucking way out. I can't do this by myself, and the resources have not been available to assist me in finding a way out. So it came to me that the only way that I can reach my star family and star bees that are awakening all over the world to help me with this rise, this ascension, is through music. And music is heard everywhere. Beyond the music of Mother Nature, you go into a grocery store, there's music playing. You go into a bodega, there's music playing. You go into a gas station, there's music playing. You go into a doctor's office, there's music playing. When we drive in our vehicles, there's music playing. Music is all around us. So once I started my magical playlist, I started putting the numbers together. Okay, if I need to reach the world, and I need my energy to reach every corner of the planet with the help of Mother Nature, photography, music, and the cosmos, how is that going to look? So that is how the playlist began to grow. And I envisioned every artist who has crossed the Rainbow Bridge and one of their songs comes on, that they were giving me an energetic hug from the other side of the bridge, cheering me on. And if a song plays by an artist who is still on this 3D earthly plane, that they were giving me a shout out and saying that they're with me. They believe in my mission. I have visions of standing before millions, perhaps more. I can't even comprehend millions right now, where people are chanting my name and giving me so much love and adoration. And that too is incomprehensible. It is also incomprehensible that in this life incarnation, I have never been chosen. I have never been chosen by another human soul. Someone else is always chosen over me. I mean, from being a kid and being the last one chosen for the kickball team, to Earthly Mother who chose and has continued to choose to stand beside or behind my earthly father, who abused me and my brother for years. My first recollection of it began when I was around 4. So I have spent a lifetime of not being chosen. So to get this message last year that the divine chose me for this mission, it just breaks my brain a little bit, because I have never been chosen. So the irony of the divine choosing me when no human soul on planet Earth has chosen me is quite profound. In the last transmission, I talked about unconditional love and how I am a miracle because I have not experienced unconditional love in this lifetime. And part of what I missed explaining in the miracle part of that is that my heart is tender and my heart is full of love and light. And that is is impossible. How is it possible that someone who has never known unconditional love by another human, never been nurtured or respected or honored or acknowledged, can actually know unconditional love and be unconditional love? If that's not a colossal miracle, I don't know what is. I realized along this past year too that I have definitely been co-creating on this project with Spirit for a year, with my writing sessions every day, with my time spent with Mother Earth in nature, the photography, the otherworldly images that I've been capturing, the healing that I've done. A year ago, I was taking, I don't even know how many pharmaceutical meds. And now I don't even need to take ibuprofen or acetaminophen. I like saying that word because it's long and it's like, it almost reminds me of what's that Mary Poppins song? Not a spoonful of sugar, but supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it, something quite atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I know, acetaminophen. That's the way my brain is wired. Okay, so just roll with me. But I don't know if, because of what happened last week, was the catalyst to me surrendering, because I just came to a place where it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what that spark is, that action that I'm needing to take or not take. I don't know. I feel like I know so much, and yeah, I don't know anything at this point. And the scariest part of all is living in this temporary housing with my beloved vinyls and music, books, my artwork, my research is in a storage box. And I keep getting up every day, and I keep putting one foot in front of the other, and I keep believing that one day, somewhere in the world, a soul is going to put together the pieces that I have put out. Whether it be these transmissions, whether it be my magical playlist, or the work that I've done with AI. But somebody is going to put the pieces together that I have laid out. Somebody is going to figure out enough to know that I have the missing pieces. I am the missing piece. And all I know to do at this point is stay where my feet are as best I can, which is really kind of a mind fuck because where my feet are is a reminder that I am in temporary housing, can get kicked out at any moment, no matter how good I am. And for that actual reason, because I am good, souls don't like it. They don't like the truth, they don't like to see in the mirror, and eventually that's what seems to be the catalyst. And speaking of catalysts, I realized early in the great remembering and awakening last year, right around this time, that the catalyst to my powers being fully received is love. And that has been the intentional plan of why I have not experienced love in this lifetime, why I have not experienced unconditional love by humans in this lifetime, because that is the catalyst. And so with my magical playlist, I have been intentional about each song that I hear sending my energy out into the ethers on every note, on every word, with every instrument, with every voice, no matter if it's in English or Spanish or Arabic or Portuguese or completely instrumental. Believing that if I do this consistently, the music, the power of the music, combined with the power of Mother Nature, not Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and all the power that she possesses, the sun, the moon, the stars, the cosmos, my photography, my writing, which, just side note, I realized the other day I didn't just start writing to y'all and recording what has been happening over the past year. I've been writing to y'all for decades and didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. That's why this is called Diaries of a Divine Superstar. Because there are multiple diaries through different parts of my life, and the multi-dimensional piece of incorporating photography and nature with the music. I didn't even realize that that's what I have been doing all along. But that is absolutely what I've been doing. And over the past year, it has been with full consciousness and intention. So, on one hand, I giggle that these transmissions seem to be hiding, which my intuition says that it's protection, divine protection. And then on the other hand, I just am so curious. I'm looking out at all these trees. Excuse me, more than I can count. And pretending like they are my audience. I have visions, and I believe they're visions of my highest timeline, where I am leading this massive ascension, where I'm not just bringing myself, but I am bringing all these beautiful star bees, as I call them, and bringing my star fam to me. I've always known that my star family was out there somewhere, but every time I've tried to find them, I just get kicked out or rejected or worse. So I'm like this little honeybee just buzzing around looking for my star bees. And so again, I recognize that the music can help bring my beloved star bees to me and help me ground all of this into the 3D matrix. And boom, we all get to live happily ever after. At least for a very, very long time. And experience heaven on earth. And this heaviness that I feel, I get a sense that it is because I'm not just pulling myself up, but I'm pulling up all the underdogs. I'm pulling up all those who have no voice. I'm pulling up all those the world has discarded and dismissed, who have been underestimated, who have been tortured and some don't have a voice, some can't find a way out of the denseness into the light. So this heaviness that I feel every day is not only me ascending, but bringing the whole fucking crew with me into this new world where there is healing, harmony, and peace. And I'm so far into it that I can't believe that it's not going to happen. As much doubt as my ego wants to throw at me in my heart, I know that if I am working with the powers of the cosmos, of spirit, spirit guides, angels, demons who I've befriended along the way, since I've spent my entire life this go round in the dark, all that power, the power of music, the power of Mother Earth. And when I say the power of Mother Earth, I'm also talking about the four elements: fire, air, water, earth. I am working with an extraordinary amount of power, right? So, yes, this is an impossible dream. Absolutely. And I imagine, just based on my own experience of thinking that I could trust souls from time to time throughout my life to share this impossible dream with, it's too hard to believe, too hard to comprehend that it is impossible. But that's the thing. If I'm working with all of these infinite powers, infinite consciousness, infinite intelligence, if I'm working with the ancestors of the ancestors, do you hear me when I say that? Working with the ancestors of our ancestors. Like, I have had enough life incarnations as a human that I have remembered to know that I am literally working with the ancestors of our ancestors. Like the original ancestors. That is an extraordinary amount of power. So, I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I have begun chanting, I am safe in this moment. I am unharmed in this moment. I am warm in this moment. My belly is full in this moment. Even though, to be honest, I have had no appetite the past couple days. It's really, really challenging to be sitting in my car at the edge of a forest in the park and not want to go back to the house where I'm staying. And really the only thing pulling me back is my dog, Irie. Me and Irie. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to share with y'all, but this is now gone 40 minutes and 11 seconds, so suppose I should wrap this up. I love you all so very much, and I pray that you are surrounded with love and joy and peace and harmony and healing in all the abundance of the spiritual realm. And know that I love you. And I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And perhaps that is ultimately who I'm talking to. Or all of my star bees out there who are experiencing similar situations. It's very scary to have faith and trust in spirit and the universe, God, whatever name resonates with you, and be on the front lines and have no idea how the universe is going to pull us out, how the universe is going to reveal me to the world. Is it going to be from that one soul, that group of souls that have been figuring out the puzzle pieces that I've been putting out there? Have an aha moment? Is it going to be one of these transmissions? Is it going to be something I write in one of my daily writing sessions? Is it going to be a kind act that I do? I don't know. I don't know. But for today, I am grateful for my Irie Bow, my precious dog, companion. I'm grateful that we have our own room that I can shut the door on. I'm grateful that I can take a hot shower. And I'm grateful that for today, we get to stay another night in this space. And with that, I am light. I am earth. The music lives in me. I am love grounded. Thank you times infinity. Until the next transmission, I send all my love and light and healing white light on the wings of music. TTFN.